your Hi, I'm here with Jenny. For those of you who don't know, Jenny has been in my videos a lot. She does CS at Brown, but this summer she's interning up in SF. So we just went to Ocean Beach for Corgi Con, and I hope you enjoyed that wonderful dog footage. I know I'm gonna have such a good time editing it. And now we're headed to lunch.
When I get home, I need the top. Louis Vuitton when I leave the house. She got an ass and I grease her mouth. She wanna twerk when I leave the house. Gucci the belt and I'll leave it out. Yeah, I got standards. Diamond hair, Flanders. Kool-Aid jammer.
We had a wholesome afternoon. Went thrift shopping at Wasteland, which is a very bougie thrift store in SF. And then we went over to Black Sugar, which thank you to Joelle for recommending it to me. If you're watching this.
It's really good. I got strawberry lychee green tea.
And I got the roasted oolong. Now we're in Union Square.
Yeah.
Very
There's
popular.
an exhibit in Union Square right now.
So I guess we'll check it out. Woo!
I'm pretty sure it's either next weekend or the weekend after. It's the Pride Parade.
What else to say about SF?
I don't know. Good boba, good food.
Good people. Go follow my photography and friends page at My Name Isn't June. Creative, I know.
Look at how long the boba guy's line is.
Oh my god. Why go to Boba Guys when you can go to IT in Chinatown? Just saying.
This Black Sugar boba place is my new favorite.
Being like, take photos of me. Road to prom photographer.
Got a new mansion, new Ralph Lauren, cop 2 ranches. Diamonds is dancing. Ice so cold, got a
Okay, apartment tour.
Give me that top with no handy. I got standards.
A nice view of the city. Are you good? I feel like people don't really know about the process or like how many like companies did you apply to, stuff like that.
So I don't really have a number because I feel like as a sophomore you just need to send out as many applications as you can. I feel like as a junior it's like a lot easier. In terms of like prep materials, do a lot of leak code, cracking the coding interview, it's a book, it helps a lot, or cracking the PM interview if you want to be a PM. So I think Brown has a really good relationship with like Microsoft, which is where I'm working. So I'd say like figure out who your campus recruiter is for like all these like whatever company you're trying to apply for, see if you have one, and if you do, contact them.
I feel like more often than not, like people get their internships through some connection, whether it's like an alumni connection or if it's a program that's through an alum.
Like a lot more people get referrals than you think, surprisingly, and turns out if your friend got an internship at a company, they can refer you too. And I thought only full-timers could refer you. Personally, like I didn't really find this one, like this internship, because I knew someone. I feel like if I did know someone, it would probably be a lot more helpful, or just like in terms of knowing about the process, I just probably feel a lot less stressed. Because just in general for tech, if you try hard enough, I feel like you can always find something, whether it's like a startup or like
the demand
research. Yeah, demand's pretty high, so like just keep trying.
What are the pros and cons of like working in tech?
As an intern, tech treats you really well. So I think a lot of the cons is just like the area is super saturated, like with people, so like everything's just super expensive. So like you think the tech salary is a lot, but then you like start living here, you're just like, then you just realize like cost of living is so much. I feel like another con is just like it's very directionless at times, because like you don't know whether you want to work for a big company or like a startup. A big company is just like the easiest route to take. Well, not the easiest, but like the most commonly taken. If the startup, sometimes you like don't make as much money in startups, but
So it's like how much risk you're willing to take.
I personally just like a company that has more like organization and more structure. So I think startups probably aren't for me. One bad thing about working for like such a large company is that like your impact in the end is so small that sometimes it feels meaningless.
Yeah.
But like there's so much like information online about CS that if you really want to learn something by yourself, you can.
A major way that I gauge like whether I'm like truly passionate about things is like if I actually made the effort to like look things up online and learn it on my own time. Even though I had some like interest in computer science or design when I was in high school, I never could bring myself to just like self-teach it and commit to it on my own. And I feel like that in itself is an indication that I wasn't truly passionate about it.
So you have to really, I think you shouldn't go into CS if you don't like it, basically. Like, just don't go into it for the
okay, let's do a segment. Signs that CS is like not the right path for you.
If you really don't like your CS class, I guess try to like for different subjects. So like there's like the AI stuff, there's a design, there's like backend security, like just try and see if you like any of them. And if you really don't like any of them, then CS is not for you, because like just because you think, oh, I don't like this class, but I'll like it once I start working, like that's not gonna happen. Like it's pretty much the same thing, if not worse, in industry. But in the end, like industry still is a lot of self like learning. So like you're still coding every day in industry. If anything, I think classes are more interesting than industry, just because in classes you do get to learn like a lot of new things, but in industry like
it's more targeted or like specific.
Yeah, it's more specific, and it's just like you pretty much do like the same language most of the time, so you're not like learning new things. I took like APCS in high school, like my junior year. And then after that, I like literally didn't do any CS until college, and so I basically started my freshman year. No, I came in thinking that I was math.
What?
Math class and a CS class, and I didn't really like my math class, so I changed to applied math. And I don't know, like my CS class first semester was like okay, but I wanted to finish the intro sequence because at Brown the intro sequence is 2 semesters, and by the end of my first year, I realized I liked it.
I still remember when you were telling me about like why you like CS, or like the moment you knew, you were just like, it was so hard and it was like crushing me, but at the end it felt so good to get it right, and I was just like, you were crazy.
A lot about like short-term reward, I think, because you struggle so hard for like 3 days, and then after that you're just like, wow, it finally works. Whereas I feel like with pre-med, you just struggle for a really long time.
To be fair, I feel like undergrad for CS majors is like low-key a lot more intense. You guys are always in the CIT, like always coding.
Yeah, I think that's like definitely, you have to put in the effort as an undergrad. For like CS majors, like your GPA doesn't, like companies don't really care about your GPA as much, but like also
you have to
like,
care about what you learn in class.
Yeah, so like if like your GPA is low, but you're still learning, that's fine. But if like your GPA is low and like you're not like doing well in your classes, I think you should try. I hope you're like actually getting something out of your classes.
I got standards, diamond flanders, Kool-Aid jammer, cookie pack on camera,
I don't know what to say.
Anuva is a rising junior at the University of Southern California. Where are we going?
We're going to In-N-Out.
See you there.
See you there. Hey guys,
Welcome
back.
Wait.
Oh my god, this is so hello. Here's my burger, because I know you really wanted to see it. It's kind of late. It's 10 p.m. She's studying for the MCAT, which I should be doing, but I'm not.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and like
Yes, you do.
I like don't though. Like overall, it was just a good year. I felt really well-rounded. I felt like I was doing things that I liked.
Describe your biggest challenge and your biggest success.
My biggest challenge is still figuring out how to manage a social life and academic life. I rejected hanging out with friends a lot of times this semester, and I felt bad about it, yeah, but then at the same time I knew that my academics are something that are very important to me, and that's something that I can't compromise. So just finding that balance there, like letting myself be okay with not studying for one night. I sound so anal right now. I should have a social life. Wow, this portrays me in such a weird light. I don't know how I feel about that. Biggest success though was honestly like being SI leader. There's upperclassmen students who lead 4-hour-long sessions during the week that like review what went on in lecture, and then before exam review we host like 2-hour-long review sessions. Oh shit, that's a lot of fries. Yeah, take some. And then we also, like, students can send us emails about the subject if they have questions, and we respond via email. So that was just, I love teaching, I love tutoring, I love helping my peers, so that was something that I really wanted to do. What the? What the shit?
Anyways.
Yeah, so that was something I really wanted to do, and since freshman year, the first SI session that I went to for my bio class, I was like, damn, that girl is so cool, like, I want to be her. And I got that for next semester for physics, and I'm really, really excited. So that was like one thing that was kind of on my USC bucket list that I got to check off. I know it's going to be a grind for the next 2 years, and I'm honestly okay with it. Like, I'm going to college to get an education, and that's something that I prioritize, and I will regret if I don't get the grades that I want, or if I don't hit those goals that I want to do.
Get a 4.0 and then graduate and then make a video called why my 4.0 was
and then burn my degree. There was one point where he said I was so obsessed with my grades that if people asked me to hang out, the first thing I would think is mentally calculate. It'll take me half an hour to get there. It'll take me half an hour to come back. I'll spend 2 hours with them. How do I fit that into my plan? And I'm not kidding. That's what I think. Like, when people ask me to hang out, I'm like, okay, what chunk of my day is this gonna take? And like, how can I plan the rest of my schedule around it? So like, I get what he was saying. I get the negative mental impact it can have. In that moment, I'm sure he felt like that was the main thing that he needs to do, and now he can look back at it after achieving this 4.0 and be like, okay, it sucks, but like, that moment, of course he wanted that 4.0.
Do you think if he didn't have that mentality, then he wouldn't have gotten a 4.0? Because I don't think so.
I completely agree with you. There are people who have significantly more fun, who are able to live that balanced life, get that 4.0, are doing way better. I honestly don't know how to find that balance, and like, full props to them for doing that. Easier to just neglect one part, and like, I wouldn't say neglect, that's too strong a word, to like not care as much about the social life of college. But yeah, there are people who don't have to do that and who are able to like have everything, and more power to them. That's not an easy thing to do. Tomorrow I'm gonna be cooking some dank ass meals. Oh my god, follow at Noobs Nibbles. This is the best exposure that I'm gonna get. I'm really shook that we're halfway done through college. Like, I only have 2 more years in this sacred facility where I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to explore what I want, living this pseudo adult life. Anyways, since going to college, like my mom is my friend. I literally call her when I'm super stressed out. I call her when I'm super happy. I call her about anything, and like, it's so different feeling so comfortable with your parents. So I feel like the relationship between you and your parents is definitely going to change in college for the better. I say the S word to my mom now.
You mean shit?
Yeah.
I never curse around my parents. But I say like, it's just like a respect thing. Like,
I just say like shitty and bullshit.
Like, I can't even watch my own videos. I get bored.
Let's spill the tea about something.
I'm getting to an age where I'm legitimately a little concerned that I'm going to die alone.
I'm not gonna say I wholeheartedly have accepted it, but like, I have become more comfortable with the fact that this is a genuine possibility in my life.
I'm just gonna freeze my eggs. I've been wanting an iPad for a really long time now, both for creative and student note-taking purposes, but here it is in all its beauty. Ooh. I have a lot of ideas I'm planning on making, especially during back to school season. I know everyone's on summer break right now, so I don't think people want to see study with me's during the summer. If you're wondering what I'm up to in terms of like internship wise, I am doing research this summer. I was planning on filming a like day in the life video, but I've realized it's really hard to film my experience considering like HIPAA privacy laws, and I obviously don't want to be like unprofessional. So I might just do a vlog on Stanford's medical campus and just show you the buildings and stuff and talk briefly about what I'm doing internship wise. Let me know if you still would want that video. I'm so hyped to start using this. I'm planning on incorporating a lot more animations and graphics in my videos, just because I know sit down informational stuff can be pretty boring sometimes. So hopefully there is some improvement in the quality of my videos in the future. But that is it for this vlog. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Leave a comment down below with what you're up to this summer, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!